Know what a pediatrician is? Does anybody here know what a pediatrician is? What do you think, Lydia?
Pediatrician?
Yeah, pediatrician. What is it? He's a doctor. But he's a special doctor, isn't he? Is he a special doctor? Isn't he a kid's doctor? Well, maybe I shouldn't have said kids. You know, when I was a young boy, you couldn't say the word kid. If you referred to a child as a kid, when I was a boy, the teacher would holler at you and say, you know, kids are goats. That's what they call little baby goats. They're kids. And if you called a kid a kid, you were calling him a goat. So I want to make it perfectly clear that when I say pediatrician, it's referring to a children's doctor, not a goat doctor. Well, that's one job. But there's a lot of other jobs. Did you ever hear of the job director of transportation? Anybody ever hear of that? A director of transportation? What do you think that means? Well, you know, some of these companies are so big, they got so many people in the companies that they have to hire somebody just to make transportation for people. Because people are going all over the world, they're flying all over the world doing business transactions, and so somebody has to take the job of finding airplane tickets and bus tickets and taxi tickets and stuff like that. So that's why they hire a director of transportation. Another job is dietitian. You guys go to school, and do you eat lunch at school? Yeah, you eat lunch at school. You know, when they make the lunches at school, there has to be a special person there to make sure that you're getting the right kind of food. So the school hires a dietitian. And a lot of places have dietitians so that people can have healthy foods. Another job is a fashion coordinator. You know what a fashion coordinator is? They what?
They do your hair and nails.
Yeah, well, they're interested in clothes and how you look. And sometimes when people make movies, you got to wear special kind of clothes and special kind of costumes, and somebody's got to be there to show the people what kind of clothes they wear, to wash and clean the clothes and take care of that stuff. So that's a lot of people, they hire a fashion coordinator. Another job is an accounts payable clerk. What do you think an accounts payable clerk is? That's something. That's another job with a big company with a lot of people, and they're always buying stuff. They got to buy papers, they got to buy pencils, they got to buy computers, they got to buy this, they got to buy that, and they're trying to sell things. So somebody's got to keep track of what they're buying and what they're selling, and that's an accounts payable clerk. It's a wonderful job. There's another job. It's called domestic engineer. Does anybody know what a domestic engineer is? No. What's an engineer? Engineer is just basically somebody who knows how to do something. And a domestic engineer, what do you think, Joey? Oh, a conductor of a train. Yeah, that's a kind of engineer. He knows how to drive the train. So an engineer is somebody who knows how to do something. But a domestic engineer is someone who knows, he makes his living cleaning houses, because there's a lot of older people who don't know how, who can't, because of their getting old, they can't take care of their houses. Oh, what do you think, Everett?
Then you go with tracks.
The
engineer.
Oh, the engineer, they drive on the track, is right. So you have domestic engineers. But you know what another job is? A historian. Now you guys, you know what a historian is, don't you?
Yes.
Somebody that somebody that knows history. And you know, you have a history teacher, somebody writes about history, and a lot of people know about history and they want to learn about history, so they learn it from a historian. Another job is an arbitrator. You know, someone, you know, if you're working in a company and you say to your boss, I want more money. And the boss says, I can't give you more money. Well, if you don't give me more money, I'm going to quit. So they hire a special guy called an arbitrator so that they can work out the argument between the boss and employee. What's up, Lydia?
Will you just work more hours?
Yeah, you can always work more hours. That's what the boss says. If you want more money, just work more hours. Lydia's right. I guess my question to you guys is, what does your mom do? How does your mom work? What do you think, Lydia? She what?
She works helping move.
She works helping move. The thing of it is that your mom does all of these jobs. What's up, Rachel? She works at home. That's right, Rachel. She works at home. And she does all of those jobs. She's a pediatrician. Who takes care of you guys when you're sick? Mom. And, Dad too sometimes. But I remember when I was a little boy, I always battled with bronchitis. And my mom would rub my chest with Vicks Vapo Rub. And every time I was sick, she was always there. And I remember I used to get sore throats once in a while, and she'd have these little tablets, and they were real hot. And I was a little kid like this, and I said, Mommy, can I have a Bernie? My throat is sore. And she'd give me one of those little tablets to make my throat better. I always call them little Bernies. But Mom is always there. Mom always takes care. She's like a pediatrician. She takes care of you guys when you're sick. And she's also like the director of transportation. How do you get to school in the morning? How do you guys get to school?
Bus.
You take a bus. How does that bus know when to come? Your mom tells them when to come. And sometimes buses don't come, and sometimes Mom has to take you. She's the director of transportation. She takes you. What's up, Lydia?
What if you know actually what time and just doing the practice?
Well, she coordinates that with the school to know when to pick you up. And who takes you to baseball practice after school? Your mom does. And who takes you girls to dance recitals? No one, because you don't go. But if you do go to dance recitals, who would take you? Mom takes you. See, Mom's the director of transportation, but she's also a dietitian. She makes sure you're eating the right foods. When I was a little boy, I always wanted to just eat whatever I wanted to eat. I always asked my mom, Mom, how come we can't have pop every night after supper? How come we can't have cookies for supper? Well, my mom said, no, you can't do that because that's not healthy for you. She knew what to feed me and what not to feed me. She always saved pop for very special occasions. I remember one time when I was a real little boy, my mom called me in. Jimmy, come on in the house, we're going to celebrate. And she brought out these big glasses, and she poured pop and ice cream in the glass. Very seldom ever did that, but it was a very special day. It was the day that they ended the Korean War. Now, that was a long time ago, but I'll never forget that day. But it was always special occasions when we ate food that's not so good for you. So moms are dietitians. They take good care of you. They make sure that you're eating the right food. But you know what else? They're fashion coordinators. Who washes your clothes?
Us.
Oh, you do. Well, you got a good mom.